Welcome to the equation notes. All right, so our goal in solving an equation is to isolate the variables, okay? Get the variables alone. So the first thing we want to do is we want to remove unwanted variables. Sometimes you have extra variables. All right, now there's a couple of things we can do. Now, if they're on the same side of the equation, just add them together, simplify. So you want to simplify both sides of the equation before you do anything, okay? But what happens if they're on different sides of the equation like they are here? I just want variables on one side. I don't want them all over the place. I want them on one side. Is that too much to ask? I don't think so. So here I have variables. I have 2x's and I have 8, just a number. So I have my variables and my numbers on my left-hand side. And on my right-hand side, I've got variables again. All right, since I have variables and numbers, and over here I have just variables, wouldn't it be nice if I just had variables on the right-hand side and just had numbers on the left-hand side? I agree. So I want to get rid of that 2x. So how do I get rid of 2x? Well, I'm going to subtract 2x from both sides. Okay? We want to get rid of that 2x from the left-hand side, so we subtract 2x from both sides. I know. All right, so we end up getting 8 is equal to 4x. Okay? Ta-da! So we have the x's alone, not the x alone, but we have 4x's alone and 8. Now, if you wanted to go further, you would divide both sides by 4 and get x equals 2. But we're not going to go any further. All right. 2. Okay. We want to remove unwanted numbers that are being added to the variables by using subtraction. Here's an example. What if you had x plus 5 equals 7? You want to get that x all alone, but the 5 is being added to it, right? So to get rid of that 5, I'm going to subtract 5 from both sides, right? We want to get rid of the positive 5 from the left-hand side, so we subtract 5 from both sides. Look at this. We subtract it from one side, we subtract it from the other. It keeps everything balanced. Whatever you do to one side, you have to do to the other. And that gives us x equals 2. Ta-da! All right, or what if we want to remove unwanted numbers that are being subtracted from the variables? By using addition. Okay, so if you had x minus 5 equals 7, I want to get rid of that minus 5. How do I get rid of minus 5? I'm going to add 5. But if I add 5 to the left-hand side, I have to add 5 to the right-hand side to keep everything balanced. So we want to get rid of the negative 5 from the left-hand side, so we add 5 to both sides. Ta-da! And that gives us x equals 12. All right, let's look at the next case. Or what if we want to remove unwanted coefficients that are multiplying the variables? Okay, and we would do that by using division. All right, so if you had 12 times x is equal to 24. All right, we want to get rid of that 12. All right, subtracting 12 isn't going to do it. So to get rid of the 12, well, we could divide by 12, right? If we divided the left-hand side by 12 and then divided the right-hand side by 12 to keep everything balanced, we'd end up getting x equals 2. Okay, so we want to get rid of the 12 from the left-hand side, so we divide both sides by 12. All right, look at that. Divided both sides by 12. These 12s cancel, and then 24 divided by 12 is 2. Ta-da! All right, what if we had the opposite? What if we had, we want to remove coefficients that were dividing the variables? Okay, yes, we would use multiplication. So if you had x divided by 3 is equal to 7, I want to get rid of that 3. Okay, the 3 is dividing the x. I'm going to do the opposite. I'm going to multiply by 3. Okay, so we want to get rid of the 3 from the left-hand side, so we multiply both sides by 3. Okay, so we multiply by 3, and these 3's are going to totally cancel, and we're going to get x is equal to 7 times 3, which is 21. Okay, x equals 21. All right, so what I want you to notice in each example, what we did is the opposite. So if a number was being added to x, we subtract it. Okay, if a number was being subtracted from x, we added. If a number was being multiplied by x, we divided. If a number was being dividing into x, we multiplied. Okay, so whatever is being done to the x, we do the opposite. Okay, but very important, we do the opposite in the opposite order of the order of operations. Okay, so we're going to deal with the addition and subtraction first, then the multiplication and division. All right, and that's it. That's how you solve equations. And look at some of the examples below, and there you go. Have a good day.